What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope that wherever you are in the world, you're doing well and staying safe. If you're new here, my name is Richard, and every week I make videos on men's fashion, streetwear, and sneakers. Now for today's video, I'm going to be doing a style of video that I've never done before, which is where I take a brand that I really like and make a more in-depth style of video about them. Before we begin, I have a few disclaimers. First, I know that a lot of YouTubers do this style of video, but I don't think that I'm as into the fashion world as they are. So I might make a few mistakes here and there, so please bear with me and give me some feedback in the comments below on how I can improve. Secondly, there are a few French words in this video and I don't speak French, so I'm probably gonna mispronounce them. I tried, I'm really sorry. And third is that I might seem a bit off in this video, and that's because I'm on 2 hours of sleep actually. This is the second time I'm filming this video. My uni assignments have really shut my body. But on that note, let's jump right in. So actually the brand I'm going to be talking about today is Casablanca. I actually discovered Casablanca through the collaboration with New Balance. I remember the first time I saw the sneakers, I thought, wow, they are so beautiful. And I decided to look more into the main brand. And when I looked at the main brand, once again, the piece is absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love the aesthetic. And I think that the New Balance shoes really fit seamlessly into the collection. So that's why I decided to make this video today. Now let's jump into a brief history of Casablanca. So the brand was actually founded by a French-Moroccan designer known as Sharaf Tajir, and he actually has a wealth of experience in the creative industry. So he helped to run the French streetwear brand Pigalle. He also ran this place known as Le Pompon, which is a Parisian club, and apparently Virgil Abloh actually DJ'd there, so it kind of tells you about how popular it is. And Tajir is actually one of the winners for this year's LVMH prize. So for those of you guys who don't know, the LVMH prize is a prize for young designers, and it consists of a cash prize and a 1-year mentorship under LVMH, and it's really prestigious. So this year, the prize is actually split between the 8 finalists because of the COVID-19 situation, but the fact that he made it to the finals, it already speaks volumes about his work. So with Casablanca, the clothes are designed in Paris but they're made in Morocco, so this is not to Tajir's heritage. And Casablanca is actually a relatively new brand, so I believe their first collection was in spring-summer of 19, and the first runway show was in fall-winter 19, so they're about 4 seasons in. Now I'm going to talk about a bit of their overall aesthetic. So if you go on the Casablanca website, in the About page, they actually talk about how they want to be a fusion between luxe and leisure. So the luxury part of the aesthetic comes through in the materials that they use. So they use silk, linen, terry cloth, velour, you name it. And the leisure part comes through in the silhouettes, a lot of flowy shirts, and they even have things like tracksuits. So I think this also kind of ties into Tajir's heritage, because when most people think of Paris, they will think of like a very high class person wearing very elegant clothing, you know, looks very well put together, very luxurious. Whereas when a lot of people think of Casablanca or Morocco to a larger extent, they'll think of clear blue skies, relaxed beach days, colorful textiles, you know, just generally more relaxed and more of a holiday vibe. Another phrase that's kind of used to describe Casablanca's aesthetic by Tajir himself in a lot of his interviews is this idea of this old world elegance. So a lot of his clothes actually have this kind of cool tennis club vibe or theme, and his first collection was actually named the Casablanca Tennis Club. So I think this is pretty interesting, because normally when people think of the influence of sport in fashion, people think of basketball, you know. You just have to look at Michael Jordan's legacy, you know, its influence on hip-hop culture and hip-hop culture's subsequent influence on fashion. But I think a lot of people don't think of tennis as being influential in fashion. But you look at brands like Fred Perry, Lacoste, and even Adidas Stan Smiths, one of the world's most iconic sneakers. These are all from tennis players. It is also sort of ties into the luxury part of his aesthetic, because tennis is normally associated as a rich person's sport. I mean, you just have to look at the way that people dress for Wimbledon, you know, you can see the linen suits, you know, looking very sharp. And even the players in Wimbledon have a dress code to adhere to, where they have to wear all white. A lot of his work actually also has this 70s country club kind of theme, and this could be influenced by Tajir's frequent traveling. He mentions in a lot of his interviews that he actually really loves like hotel bathrobes and hotel lobbies, so this kind of comes through in his aesthetic. Now let's look at some specific pieces whereby you can really see this influence. So in his first collection, his main piece was this terry cloth tracksuit, and I think this piece clearly shows the influence of his love for hotel bathrobes, because terry cloth is like the material that hotel bathrobes are made of, but he took it and made it into a more elegant, refined silhouette of a tracksuit, I guess. But it also has the same elements of leisure, whereby, you know, tracksuits are normally what people wear to relax in. Another specific piece where I think this aesthetic really shows is the recent New Balance collab. Well, I don't know about you guys, but when I looked at the New Balance collab, it instantly reminded me of a tennis shoe. The shoe also kind of fits in the 70s country club theme, because the New Balance 327 is actually based on a lot of New Balance's models in the 70s. So this is the part of the video where I would normally love to show you pieces that I own from the collection, but unfortunately, that's kind of impossible. However, I do have this. Oh, the New Balance collab. What made me discover Casablanca in the first place? It's absolutely beautiful. But in today's video, I won't be talking about this sneaker because I'm going to make a separate video about that. And I want to talk more about the main line in today's video. So if you guys want to see the video about this sneaker, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. So yeah, now I'm going to jump into some of my favorite looks from the Spring-Summer 20 collection. But before we begin, let me just say that even though Casablanca recently had their Fall-Winter 20 show in Fashion Week a few months ago, I actually decided to show the Spring-Summer 20 collection instead because that's what's in stores right now, and you know, summer's right around the corner. I think it's very fitting. And also, we won't be seeing the New Balance collab on feet for these few looks because the New Balance collab was actually only featured in the Fall-Winter 20 show. However, I think it will still integrate really seamlessly into these pieces because actually, in the editorial or promotion pictures for the collaboration, they used pieces from the Spring-Summer 20 collection to style it. So moving on to our first look. So what I really like about this look is actually the shirt. It's known as the Copacabana shirt, where Copacabana is a place in Rio de Janeiro. It's near the beach. So some of the pieces in the Spring-Summer 20 collection are actually named after various places in Rio, and this could be a nod to Tajia's love for Brazilian music. The shirt itself is actually made of silk and it looks super flowy and super comfortable. Absolutely perfect for summer. And I think the aesthetics of the shirt itself perfectly fits in with the 70s country club theme. And it also could take inspirations from beach hotels in Copacabana itself. You can see on the shirt, it kind of shows a tiled poolside with these colorful umbrellas. And I think just looking at the shirt, you know, I can really imagine a rich person just sitting under one of the umbrellas by the poolside, sipping a cocktail. Just by looking at the shirt, it evokes some really positive, happy feelings in me because I immediately think of summer. I think that speaks of how powerful and beautiful its designs are. Now for the next look, which will be over here, the shirt is known as the Rivage shirt, where Rivage is actually an archaic term for the shore or the coast of the beach, and the shirt is made of linen as opposed to silk earlier. I think this shirt is pretty unique in the collection itself because it is kind of a departure from Tajia's typical use of pastel colors, whereby you can see in the shirt, you know, he makes use of these very rich, beautiful, deep tones in the blues, the greens, the browns, and it really gives a depth to the image that is portrayed on the shirt, which is the coast at night. And I think it contrasts really nicely with the light blue that they used for the sea. And you know, when I look at the shirt, you know, it just looks so relaxing. I can picture myself lying down on the beach, enjoying the night breeze, listening to the waves crash against the shore. It's just so beautiful. Also, I think for this look, the shirt pairs really well with the light blue trousers and the loafers, you know, once again, completing the country club vibe. Now on to the next look. So the shirt is actually a knitted shirt known as a Leblon knitted top, whereby Leblon is once again a neighborhood in Rio, and it's paired with these jeans known as the Le Coquillage denim jeans, whereby Le Coquillage literally means seashells in French. Now in this collection, Tajia actually has a lot of printed denim, and I wasn't really a fan at first, to be honest, because I felt that these you know, bright summery prints would look a lot better on a more flowy material, whereas denim is usually thought of as being very stiff. But I don't know, for some reason in this look, it just looks so beautiful and it pairs perfectly with the knitted top, so maybe I changed my mind. And once again, this look speaks to the idea of old world elegance, right? Because usually nowadays, you don't really see people walking around with knitted tops. And also the fact that seashells used to be used in a lot of retro decor. Now moving on to the last look over here, I'm going to be focusing on the jumper. Right? It's just a simple jumper with an orange graphic, which is woven in using the intarsia technique. So I think this piece is sort of special to me because it's sort of the only piece that I can really justify spending money on. Because if you guys didn't know, I'm a student in a UK university right now, and it's cold most of the time there. So this is a piece where I really get a good amount of wear out of. So even though it's just a simple graphic, I really love it a lot because I think that the colors that they use are really beautiful and rich. I don't know, you know, when I look at it, it just evokes images of summer, you know. Once again, it makes me feel really happy. And I guess having this piece, you know, in the UK where the weather is pretty terrible would be pretty nice. Now in the last part of the video, I kind of want to just talk about why I personally love Casablanca so much. Honestly, I think Casablanca is just straight up fun. I absolutely love the use of colors. I think it's very refreshing, especially because nowadays avant-garde brands like Rick Owens, Yohji Yamamoto, CCP, they're all very popular, and they're sort of all black, you know, very dark aesthetic. It's kind of nice to see a brand still using a lot of color in their stuff. So personally, I've always loved color. I think back when I first got into streetwear, my favorite brand was Golf Wang, and I tried to incorporate a lot of color into my outfits. Not always successfully. But I mean, Casablanca and Golf Wang are clearly very different, right? whereas Golfwang uses a lot of neon colors, very bright colors, and sort of more regular silhouettes like hoodies, t-shirts and all that. Casablanca makes use of more pastel tones, and their silhouettes are a lot more refined, right? But they sort of still evoke the same positive feelings in me when I look at their clothes. So that's pretty cool. I guess it also speaks about my sort of style evolution. But not only are the colors super beautiful, the prints themselves are also extremely beautiful. Like when I was talking about my favorite looks, you know, all the prints and all the designs didn't fail to evoke a certain feeling in me. And I think that's how you know that a print is good, when it just speaks to the viewer, so-called. God, I sound really pretentious right now, but that's how I feel. And it's also pretty cool because apparently for Casablanca, all the prints are made in-house, so that's good to see. I think another reason why I like Casablanca so much is that Tajir seems to be very sure of his aesthetic and his style, and he's really not afraid to go against the grain, you know. If you look at all the current popular fashion brands right now, we don't really see anything quite like Casablanca. In fact, I think this quote from one of his interviews sort of encapsulates his spirit of not being afraid to go against the grain. He says, "I remember one day I was in the airport and I saw an old man wearing loafers, or relaxed sneakers I would say, with a tracksuit and a very nice Rolex with a newspaper under his arm. I think he was one of the best dressed men I've ever seen in my life." So I think that kind of shows how he's not really bound to this traditional idea of what fashion should be, or what is beautiful in fashion. So it's also very refreshing to see. I think overall his collections are very cohesive, you know. They seem very well thought out, even down to the New Balance collab where it fits in seamlessly with all his clothes. I know that Casablanca was sort of special to me because it was one of those brands where I looked at the collections and I just said, you know, I get it. I get the message he's trying to give. I think the last and sort of the most important reason why I really like Casablanca is the sort of message that Tajir tries to get across with his clothing. So in one of his interviews he says, "Casablanca is for men who are okay to be happy." And it's a sort of a response to all the negativity that is ever present in our world today. I think it's good to see this kind of message being put out. But I think he also has this kind of balance where his stuff is not just very whimsical, you know. It's very elegant, it's very cool. So in the same interview he said, "We can be cool and be happy at the same time." So I think the coolness of his looks is sort of indicated by the people that I see wearing it. So actually in his Fall Winter 19 show, Gunner modeled for him. When it's for his Spring Summer 20 show, Sway Lee was modeling for him. And other rappers like J Balvin and Westside Gun have also been seen in Casablanca pieces. Hey, what's up guys? So I'm editing the video now and I realized I made a mistake. I said that J Balvin's a rapper. I discovered actually he's not. That's my bad. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for being uncultured. But let's get back to the video. I think that's one of the coolest parts of Casablanca, because Tajir always says that he doesn't have a particular demographic in mind. He wants people of all places to be able to wear his clothes, you know, people who get the idea of it being okay to be happy. I think it's just so cool. So yeah, that about wraps up the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this new style of video today. This is my first time doing it, so sorry if it seemed a bit disorganized or a bit shaky. But if you guys like the video, please do press the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. It really helps it out. And also do let me know in the comments on what else I can improve on. But until then, stay safe and peace out.